Steve Cook, the biggest loser. Come on, Vince, be a star. This was actually a pretty nice, important episode of Monday Night Raw, but oh boy was it all sorts of messed up. Liv Morgan got one of the worst jobber entrances you could ever imagine, and at this point I'm shocked we didn't get Lana's Titantron when this happened. And people, even the WWE Royal Rumble winner Drew McIntyre got broken Titantrons. I wanna know who's responsible for this. You're going to get a Claymore on Monday Night Raw. I'm destroying my throat by doing this. And where's the door? Where is the door? What else happened? Oh, Ryback's t-shirt. Yeah! And people, before we start with the video, I wanna tell you something really shocking, really important that will change your opinion about a certain wrestler. I'm not gonna tell yet who it is. A little hint, he loves cows. So my boy Brandon does everything pointed that out on Twitter, and I think it's legit. My boy Brock Lesnar, was that a Russian accent? My boy Brock Lesnar never missed a single episode of Monday Night Raw since the start of 2020. Like, you have no choice at this point. You have no choice but to respect, admire, and most importantly, love the Ultimate Farmer Brock Lesnar. I don't care. Your point that, oh, he's not being on Monday Night Raw doesn't work anymore. He doesn't work anymore. He is on Monday Night Raw, he cares about the show, and he watches the show. This man right here cares about Monday Night Raw. I'm going to prove that superheroes are real. You know, I learned to fly, man, I learned to fly. Welcome Brock Lesnar's lovers and Matt Riddle's haters to the channel. How are you guys doing? Welcome to another episode of Greatness of Raw. So, not gonna lie, I actually kinda liked this episode of Monday Night Raw. It's crazy, I know. I hate myself for saying this. But Monday Night Raw right now is my favorite show out of all 4 shows. It's crazy. Is this a dream? Is this Vince McMahon dreaming? Or is this really happening? I'm not quite sure. But I just feel like they're doing a pretty decent job as of late. Especially for 2 shows. Yeah, but anyway, I liked this episode because it was kinda important. We got a WrestleMania built, we got WWE Super Showdown built, we got a #1 contenders match, we know who's gonna face Becky for the championship, and a bunch of other cool moments. And I wanna start from the beginning of the show. We got Randy Orton making an entrance with a lot of boos. People don't like Randy anymore. I don't know why. Maybe because he almost retired, a wrestler who just came out of the retirement, I don't know. But oh man, seriously, people booed the crap out of Randy Orton. Like, he was just standing in the ring, hearing all the boos. He was listening, he didn't really pay a lot of attention, he kept his face straight, which I found to be very talented, to be quite honest with you. Like, getting that amount of boos for a heel wrestler is a dream come true. I'm pretty sure every wrestler, every heel wrestler would love to get that kind of reaction, you know, out of the crowd. This was special. And you can see that Randy Orton loved it, but he tried his best to stay calm. And he did it perfectly, honestly, but, you know, it's pretty obvious that he enjoyed it. Whenever he tried to say something, people booed even more. And he ended up saying, I can't, he left, he didn't give us an explanation. I hope that WWE actually knows the reason, and it's not them being, okay, we don't have a reason why Randy Orton attacked Edge, so maybe we'll figure that out next week. I really hope that's not the case, because so far this rivalry is absolutely nuts. So, like I've said in my previous video, I would love to see Christian involved. And of course, we don't know if he will, if he's even cleared. But imagine this. WWE Super Showdown, Randy Orton versus Christian. WrestleMania, Randy Orton versus Edge. Perfect. But of course, we don't know whether that's going to happen and whether Christian is even trying to get cleared. We don't know. But if Edge got cleared, I'm pretty sure they could find something for Christian as well. Then we got Liv Morgan versus Lana. Liv Morgan came out with Lana's Titantron. Yeah, that was something. We got the match. I wanna see a single person who cares about this crap. Maybe people on Twitter, but oh boy, We are still doing this. Okay, let's talk about it. Well, Liv Morgan won the match. Is that enough? I'm done talking about it. After the match, out of nowhere, Ruby Riott makes her entrance. Got a new look, and of course these two were a team. But just how obvious it was that she's going to attack Liv Morgan. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. She attacked Liv Morgan, and then Lana attacked Liv Morgan. Are these two a tag team? I'm not quite sure. I don't really care, to be quite honest with you. This rivalry is absolutely hemorrhoids. Yeah, let's use that word. This rivalry is an absolute hemorrhoids. Mojo Rawley is waiting in the ring for Drew McIntyre, and this match is going to be a non-title match. Drew McIntyre comes out with a broken Titantron as well, and of course he's talking about Brock Lesnar. Brock is a coward and is apprehensive of the sexy Scotsman. Drew says he has a secret weapon. Claymore. My favorite part of the segment was obviously Drew McIntyre saying, after I'm done talking, 3 seconds and I win the match. And that's exactly what happened. People were shocked when Drew McIntyre won against Mojo Rawley. The crowd went silent. It was almost like Brock Lesnar breaking the streak. Okay, so I might be nitpicking, but one thing that I don't really like about Drew McIntyre right now is that he's too big of a babyface, just a little bit. He shouldn't pander to the crowd this much. I love the guy, of course. He's going to get a better reaction than Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, because he's not that WWE guy. But you know, I don't really think he should change his character completely. I know he's going to be a babyface in this rivalry either way, but he should be a Randy Orton type of babyface. Not Roman Reigns, John Cena, you know? Then we got a 6-man tag team elimination match. Kevin Owens and the Viking Raiders versus Buddy Murphy and the Authors of Pain. Like I've said, that was a pretty decent show. I really liked Viking Raiders. They performed really well. The only issue is they didn't really look that strong because one got eliminated when Seth Rollins interfered and the other one basically got taken away after he hit the Tron. So we got Kevin Owens versus all 3 men. Owens eliminates Murphy, then he eliminates the other dude, but one more member of the AOP is still left. So he ends up winning the match. Now you may be wondering, where is Samoa Joe? I could be wrong, I'm pretty sure he's suspended. And we're gonna talk about that on Greatness of Wrestling. There are actually a few wrestlers that got suspended just before WrestleMania. After the match, crowd paid respect to Kevin Owens. I was like, what happened right here? Is he retiring? What is happening? What just happened? Why are you showing this? Because normally they don't show the loser of the match getting the round of applause. That was kind of weird, but I liked it. He looked very strong in the match. Was that the point? I don't know, I guess. I'm going to prove that superheroes are real. You know, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a WWE superstar. I learned to fly, man. I learned to fly. And maybe I'll become the WWE champion against Brock Lesnar at WWE Super Showdown. And I will prove that even superheroes are real. Yeah. I'll be the WWE champion, Charlie Caruso. Cannot wait. Come on, man. I love Ricochet. He's amazing in the ring. There's no one else that can do what Ricochet can do in that ring. Love seeing the guy in the ring. When it comes to his character, oh boy, it's just the worst. Honestly, I think, yeah, he has the worst character in the WWE. Just this boring 80s babyface with a talent of, I don't know, superhero, I agree. But oh boy is it bad. Alistair Black is coming out and he said that now he's going to take it seriously. You're not gonna knock on his door. He's going to be the one who will find his opponent. He will prove that he can beat every single member of that locker room. So he chose Eric Young. Yeah, that doesn't prove a lot, Alistair. Like, I would go for Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Edge, Rollins, anyone. Eric Young would not be my first choice, if I'm being honest. But maybe I'm missing something. Maybe Eric Young is the next WWE champion. Like, seriously, what's the difference between Alistair Black beating the crap out of a random jobber and Eric Young? There's no difference whatsoever. And of course, Alistair Black wins the match, and then he got another promo, and it was basically just the same. We got Humberto Carrillo in the ring, and it's Angel Garza with Zelina Vega. So, because Andrade is suspended in kayfabe, of course, he's injured. Now we have Angel Garza, which is crazy because if Andrade would not be suspended, this guy would not be on the main roster. That's kinda weird, you know. I like the guy. He's great. So, apparently he's Humberto's cousin. Whether that's just in kayfabe or in real life, I'm not quite sure. Don't really care. That was a weird segment. I don't remember much of it, but, you know, you are an embarrassment to our family type of deal. So they're fighting, but of course he's Andrade's replacement, so he needed to do the same spot that Andrade is doing every week. He wanted to injure Humberto, but Rey Mysterio came out for the save. So we got Rey Mysterio versus Angel Garza, which was an amazing match. Really liked that one. It still shocks me that Rey Mysterio is, well, I should not say this old, but for a wrestler, he's pretty old, right? Like, for what he's doing, this all high-flying stuff. He's old for this kind of stuff. But you couldn't tell, like, this guy is just incredible. We got a weird finish because, you know, he did that spot that Andrade is doing every time to Rey Mysterio, and the match ended, which is like, okay, you should not disqualify the guy. Maybe it was not a disqualification, but, you know, he wasn't using a weapon. Whatever the case may be, I feel like Angel Garza won the match. I guess, kinda. And that was apparently WWE's way to write Rey Mysterio off television, because I feel like he's suspended as well. I don't know what's happening, but we probably got a big party when it comes to WWE superstars. Did you put something in that milk? Charlotte Flair came out to reveal her opponent, and she basically said that I've had that Raw Championship 5,000 times, I had the SmackDown Championship 6,000 times, I don't even care about the championship, man. Like, please let me rest from the championships and from my never-ending push. Well, that's not exactly what she said, but she said that she already had these championships. She started talking about NXT, but Rhea Ripley interrupts and challenges Charlotte Flair to a match at WrestleMania. So this is pretty cool because this is basically a dream match, and NXT Championship, Women's Championship is going to be at WrestleMania. Now, another interesting thing is that WWE changed the NXT Women's Championship to NXT Championship, but on Raw it was still called NXT Women's Championship. So hopefully WWE listened to the criticism, to the feedback from the WWE universe. I hate saying that, by the way. And maybe WWE realized how silly it is. So that's cool. That's the match I want to see. Like I've said, Charlotte versus Becky is bad. Charlotte versus Bayley is worse. What's left? Maybe a different Royal Rumble winner. We got Asuka versus Natalya. I don't know why. I honestly don't. It wasn't a bad match. Hard to care for. But Asuka ends up winning. And after the match, she challenges Becky Lynch to a match for a Raw Women's Championship. So this match is going to happen next week on Monday Night Raw. Becky Lynch came out with weird glasses and she was acting all tough, I guess. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to say this. I'm trying my best to change my opinion on this, but I'm so tired of Becky Lynch, man. I really am. I shouldn't be because, well, we wanted her to be in this position, but there's something about her right now that's just, it's bad. It's not the same anymore. I'm not a big fan of how her character evolved. Like, right after WrestleMania, it was just not the same and kinda sucked. And of course, we got the WWE Championship #1 Contenders match. The winner faces Brock Lesnar at WWE Super Showdown. It was Rollins versus Lashley versus Ricochet. So random, by the way. And that was a pretty decent match. Of course, Rollins got some help from Buddy Murphy and the AOP, but thankfully we got Kevin Owens. We also got one of the Viking Raiders. The match continues. Pretty cool. Ricochet won the match and he's the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. Of course, people are going to say, oh, it's so obvious, so predictable, but wouldn't that be the case with every single other competitor anyway? We all know Brock Lesnar is facing Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, so instead of giving us another Rollins versus Lesnar boring type of match, I actually like this. My favorite Brock Lesnar's matches are against smaller people, against AJ, Daniel, Balor. These matches are so much fun. And Ricochet is something else, man. Like, he's not even AJ Styles or Finn Balor or Daniel Bryan or whatever. Imagine the possibilities of this match. Lesnar versus Ricochet. A lot of high-flying stuff. Lesnar is doing a lot of suplexes. Ricochet does a 450 while he's being suplexed, whatever. You get the point. I'm into it. I like the fact that he's the #1 contender. He's going to perform in a big stage. And even though he's not going to win the championship, it's still huge for his career. And he's going to prove that superheroes are real. But of course, right after he won the match, he got attacked by Brock Lesnar. We got an F5, so Brock Lesnar is not missing a single episode of Monday Night Raw. Exclusive. I actually talked with Brock Lesnar the other day, and he basically told me that his biggest priority ever since day one, when he joined WWE in 2002 or something, he told me that his biggest priority is never missing a show. So I'm going to give this episode 6.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching the video. As always, the great one. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.